All right, we continue in our desire to read the Bible with more skill, to interpret it as it is, a great work of literature with a number of genres and especially a number of figures of speech. So this is our investigation into those figures of speech. Every once in a while, a figure of speech will have an odd name, and so that's the case with Hendiadys, this figure of speech that we're going to take a look at in this project, this episode. So we are, remember our definition of figure of speech. It's any intentional deviation from ordinary language. That means just simple description. We deviate from that to produce, to communicate emotion. So that's our goal with figures of speech. That's what they are designed to do, and that's what Hendiadys is designed to do. Hendiadys, the definition is the expression of a single idea by two words connected with and. For example, if you had the phrase nice and warm, those two terms would combine together to mean something like nicely warm. Two words used but one thing meant, and they have a relationship to each other. They fit the description of the idea. They could be two nouns, they could be two verbs, but they fit together. Here's an example from Psalm 63:5. The verse says, "My soul shall be satisfied with fat and rich food." See, the fatness and the richness speak of abundance. So they put two words there to give you the sense that there is a richness in the quality of a relationship with God that satisfies us as if we were eating a feast. Two words, fat and rich food, meaning one idea, the idea of abundant food. I got to tell you, though, sometimes contemporary translators will take out the figure of speech. So you might find yourself looking up a verse sometimes, and you checked in Bullinger's, and there's a figure of speech in this verse, and when you get there, you can't figure it out for anything because the translator didn't translate the words of the figures of speech. They translated the whole figure of speech for you, and so you are left not being able to find it because they already did your work for you. So that's how that goes, and that happens in a case like this. Fat and rich food may already, in your translation, already have been explained for you. Here's another of Hendiadys. This is from 2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 6. "I have not lived in a house since the day I brought up the people of Israel from Egypt to this day, but I have been moving about in a tent for my dwelling." So here the translator has already played with it a little bit. The Hendiadys that is there is the word tent and the word dwelling. Those are the two nouns. And it means moving around in a tent that you live in, that you sleep in, that you spend the night in. So it's not a tent for storage or for other things. This is an inhabitable tent. So tent and dwelling is the figure of speech, and your version might just not include those two nouns. They did your work for you. If you want to know more about Hendiadys, you can check out E.W. Bullinger and the figures of speech that are used in the Bible. He'll give you a good definition, and then he'll tell you other places in the Bible where you can find Hendiadys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll do more figures of speech, and hopefully we'll put up a playlist where you can track one over another until you've seen them all. Thanks for hanging out.